Hello, WitchTok. Just in case I, post the rerun of this later, nobody's here yet. So it's just me and you. It's it's our time. It's our time. Secret time. They're not here yet because I just pressed, go live. I haven't gone live in a while, so we shall see how long it takes these people to catch up. It's a beautiful Sunday. Uh, Lovely weather in New Orleans. It's like mid 70s. It's just perfect. Spiritual hitman. Say hi. Okay, whatever. There's the cicadas in the background. Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely. Renee, hello. Ryan, hello. That not so old crone, hello. Crone, hello. Shelly, hello. Uh, Uncle Bert's coming to you live from New Orleans, where it is lovely. It's like 75, 76. The Saints just totally kicked ass. I never really watched football much until I came to this town. You kind of have to watch the Saints. And people can be talking to you about it for the next couple days. They're going to ask you if you watch the Saints game. If you didn't, they're going to look at you funny. Not so much the basketball team, which I love me some basketball. I love our team. But they don't really follow the team as much as the Saints. Yeah, they just won. So now I'm here. Feral Queen, how are you? Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. I've been busy doing some stuff and serious time in the studio. I'm recording some things. So we'll talk about that another time, I think. Through the Veil, how are you, Mark? How are you, Shelby? How are you? If anybody wants to come in the box, there's a button over there to come in a box. I usually don't let strangers in the box because that hasn't worked out very well, but I probably will anyways because, Yelena, nice Ukrainian flag. My Ukrainian wife is not with me today. She's in the house doing other things. But I keep track of the Ukraine war. Every day I get 3 sit reps and give her the main details so she's not inundated with that because she's actually from Odessa. That's where she was born. So I don't want to give her too much, but I give her the good news pretty much. And there's been a lot of good news since Ukraine decided to invade Russia. All of a sudden, we hear about the Ukraine war again on the news. We hadn't heard about it much for like a year. You never hear anything. It's like they just got a short attention span on the news. But Ukraine invaded Russia. Last I heard, something like they held 300,000 square miles of Russian territory. It might be more now. I haven't had a sit rep giving me the square miles yet. But Ukraine just decided to invade Russia a month ago or so. It's kind of a game changer. Hello, I'm trying to keep up. But Cello, hello. Menapri, hello. Kuna Blanc, hello. User 47569, hello. Shinny, hello. Savannah, hello. Glitter Ghost, hello. Uncle Bert's coming to you live from New Orleans, where I teach witchcraft for a living, and that's probably one of the reasons I moved here, because I say that very openly in public. And even in Hollywood, I just never really did that. I said, yeah, I'm a teacher. And they say, oh, what subjects do you teach? It's like, metaphysics and hermetics. And I hope they didn't ask me a follow-up question. But here in New Orleans, I just straight up, like, so what do you do? I teach witchcraft. That's my thing. Been doing it for 47 years now. And I just launched another class over there at Witch School, WITCHSKEWL.gumroad.com. And the way the classes, they came up with this new thing so I don't have to have a million different classes that people get confused which month it is. People don't know what month it is or what year it is sometimes when they sign up. Now there's one class for level 1 and you can join it at any time. It runs for a year and you just jump in it. And it's just automatically sends you the lessons, and it's you take it at your own speed. It's user friendly, very. I tend to get people that turn in homework like years later. The corporate Rosicrucian. Now you're the corporate Rosicrucian. Well, but with the corporate, I knew who you were. But hey, how are you? I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day in New Orleans, 75 something degrees. Might be some small thing that might be a tropical storm or a hurricane, just really close. So once it forms, we're not going to have a whole lot of notice about that. But it's so close. Chances of it becoming something big are small. Hey, Sebastian, how the hell are you? And it's a beautiful day. The Saints just kicked ass on the Carolina Panthers. Got a bunch of housework done and stuff. Oh, yep, I just got the notification. I walked away before the game was over, but now it's over. Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans. Lately, I get political sometimes, you might know. But Trump's been talking about, Fox News has been talking about this apartment complex in Colorado that was allegedly taken over by Venezuelan gangs, and they were having shootouts with police and stuff. I just saw an interview with the chief of police, and she doesn't seem to know what the hell they're talking about. And I saw several interviews with the people in the apartment complex, and they don't know what they're talking about either. So we just reached a state where you just tell the most bald-ass lie and just repeat it over and over and over again. And Trump has said it. He's accused the Democrats of doing it, but it's straight out of Goebbels' playbook that he gave to Hitler. Just repeat the lie enough times and it becomes the truth. And that's where we're at, unless you pay attention, unless you vote, unless you stop Project 2025. Because if we don't stop Project 2025, you'll be burning at the stake next to me. And before we go, the last thing I will say is, I told you, well, no, my hands will be tied. I told you so, bro. I told you so. It ain't fear-mongering. It's serious shit. It's a Christian evangelical takeover of the United States government. Project 2025. It was absolutely written for Trump. He admitted it way before anybody knew what it was, and he was at this thing with the Heritage Foundation talking about how they laid out the foundation for his government, which that's what they did. And then now he's trying to act like he doesn't know them. I mean, there's too many interviews of him with the Heritage Project 2025 people. And then there's 40 chapters, I think, in Project 2025, and 39 of them were written by Trump people and former cabinet members and whatnot. And the foreword to Project 2025 was written by J.D. Vance. So good luck distancing yourself from that. But as I've often said, witchcraft is political. Magic is political. All magic, be it all folk magics, be it hoodoo, witchcraft, whatever you got, is from a lower class trying to get justice against an upper class in a system built to protect the upper class. Justice for the poor, the peasants, and of course the slaves. All magic is for that. Magic is political. Witchcraft, the absolute existence of witchcraft is political. It was a movement against the patriarchy. From the time of Aradia, Gospel of the Witches, in the allegedly to have happened in the 1300s and then written down in the 1800s, it was political. It was a revolt against the Catholic Church being led by a female Messiah. Read the book. It is what I said it was. There's good things and bad things in the book, but it's one of the oldest books about European witchcraft from the inside that we have. Aradia, Gospel of the Witches. That's that not so old Cronin, Ohio. Oh, you guys are liking. Okay, thank you. Yes, always keep liking because my hater's going to find out. Oh, he's back. Where's he been? Let's get him. Let's try and ban his video. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever. You got no magic. You got no magic. That's all you got. I understand. It sucks to be you. Here, here's to you, sucking my. Sorry. How the hell are you? Anybody want to come up in the box? Haven't seen anybody in a while. I haven't seen anybody's lives in a while. Really haven't had a lot of time to even scroll TikToks. I probably missed a lot of your videos and things going on with you. Let's see who we got. Sebastian always wants to come in. Let's see. X. Oh,
Hello. Guess what? Next month will be 1 year.
And your accent has drastically increased. I mean, that's
Second,
the accent I've ever seen kick in.
Well, I mean, it helps being neurodivergent too, so.
Yeah. What the hell's a fun kit?
A what?
I got a fun kit down here. I've never seen that
That's
before.
fun.
Live show guests will take turns performing. Set all guests at a time. Notice board. Well, no, that doesn't sound fun at all. What the hell are you guys doing? Adding shit that we didn't need.
Right.
Well, so Uncle Bert's coming from New Orleans. Sebastian's coming from across the pond.
Yeah, UK.
Where that?
In the UK. I'm in Bradford at the moment.
Bradford. Yes, I knew it was UK.
It's It's north of London.
North of. Did you hear that? London. He's been there less than a year. Here's that accent kick in. He just doesn't want them to know that he's American, and that's a good idea.
Yeah, true.
Good policy.
Good policy, yeah. I mean, next month on the 28th, it will be 1 year here.
Wow. God, it's been that long, really?
It has.
Like the lead up to you going there seemed like it was years.
It did, honestly.
Well, I'm glad it's working out for you. Hopefully it's working out for you. I'm sure I would have seen something if it was bad. Hello, son. All right, well, I'm going to take this show with me.
Tea, Governor. Oh, my God.
The child says...
Tea and biscuits. They're not tea and trumpets. It's tea and biscuits.
Well, hey. Hey. What you want? Okay, grab it. Well, you picked something very easy to cook. Okay, cool. Sorry, football game's still on in the background there.
Oh yeah, he's on.
Yeah, you gotta. If you're in New Orleans, you gotta watch the Saints because all your neighbors are gonna ask you if you saw the game, and if you didn't, they're gonna look at you like you're a traitor. We're all about the Saints. I need to get a Saints shirt. People kind of look at me weird on game day. People look at me weird on game day when I'm not wearing a Saints shirt.
I'd imagine.
So what do you do over there? A job?
Currently, just kind of doing the usual crafts as well as doing readings for people.
Right on.
Yeah.
You got like shops over there you can work at?
Yes. Honestly, there's one near, like 6 feet away from me. So.
6 feet away from you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's a short commute.
It really is, honestly. Not what I mean is 6 minutes, not 6 feet.
Oh, okay. That's still pretty damn close.
Yeah, it's still close.
Sorry, I got some witchy stuff on the stove here too.
Oh yeah.
Somebody else want to come in? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm slow. I'm not looking at. I forgot how to do that. Corporate Rosicrucian. Now he's a Rosicrucian. Okay. Let's hear that story.
Hello.
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 Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
What's happening with you, Damon?
Not much. About the same.
Let's see. Missed you at Hexfest.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wanted to go. I did want to go. I just didn't have the money for a flight ticket.
I think Hexfest, well, last I heard, it's going to be big changes at Hexfest.
I saw the site. It says them doing another one, so if they are, I'll go to that one.
Oh, yeah. I'm always booked. Well, now I'll be booked. I'll definitely be booked because Hexfest is going to be all local presenters.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they did some weird stuff here. The city enacted some old law where the people that put on a festival, and I'm wondering if SassyCon knows this yet, but the people putting on the festival are now responsible for the sales tax of the people in the vending hall. And in order to even put on the festival, they have to post like I think it's a $10,000 bond to cover the sales. And so future Hex Fest will not have a vending hall as a result. The expenses, I think, of flying people in from all over the place and lodging them and all that, so that really, keeps Hexfest in the red. So there, at least the next Hexfest is going to be all local New Orleans presenters.
Yeah,
I think we got
gonna
more than enough to do that.
I used all my vacation time, so I couldn't.
Yeah. What'd you use it on?
I went to Vegas, and I was also sick, and I had to use some of it for that.
You went to Vegas?
Yeah.
That's not the same.
It's not. It was my mom's birthday, so I took her because she wanted to go.
All right. Pull the mom card. I guess you can't argue with that.
And I've never been, so.
Never been to Vegas?
So.
Wow. Yeah, I haven't been to Vegas. I think I was a kid.
I won a whole $50, so.
$50? Wow.
Yeah. Better than losing all my life savings like most of the other people there.
Trump managed to bankrupt the casino. I don't know how you do that.
Leave it to Trump to do that.
What's that?
Leave it to Trump to do that.
I know. Well, we only got, couple months. Wait. September, November. Oh my God.
2 months.
We got a month. Wait, no, September.
Well,
October,
actually, no,
November.
1.5 months.
2 months.
Wow. True. 1 September, not like. Well, yeah.
Crazy times.
You know what sucks?
Liking the life.
You know what sucks, Uncle Birch?
What's that?
Every fucking election year, they decide it on my birthday.
Well, I know it's on my kid's birthday, and we were
Happy birthday.
we were gonna give him
Yeah,
the day off.
exactly. So this birthday is either gonna make me or break me, honestly.
Well, so this year we were gonna let him ditch school, give him the day off of school, and take him down there, and he'll like wait outside the poll booth while each of us vote, get the whole experience. But the school decided to close down for election day, and I'm hoping that that's a nationwide trend. Schools should close on election day so the parents can go frickin' vote, man. We in Louisiana, Marta looked it up one time. We have more registered Democrats than we have Republicans, but we are a dead red state. It stays right. We did have a Democratic governor for a while, but he leaned conservative on a lot of things, like he was anti-abortion and stuff. But we just don't show up to vote. I think last time it was 19% turnout rate to the damn polls for our local election. It was like if the Democrats in Louisiana actually realized how many that I think they just don't vote because they figure, well, I'm in Louisiana. There's no way we're going to win. Well, if we vote,
We lost Damon.
What's that?
We lost Damon.
Oh, we lost. Where'd he go?
I don't know.
You got bored?
By the way, over here we got the Tories out.
The Tories.
Mhm.
What I always hear the Tories. What's the bad part about the Tories? What's the good part?
So the bad. So Tories are like your Republicans.
Okay.
So we
Tories.
actually got them out. Now we have the the Labour Party, which is the Democratic Party.
Well, I wish we had a Labor Party. That would be good.
Right.
But I guess the Democrats are the Labor Party.
Honestly, yeah.
The Republicans are trying to act like they're suddenly the Labor Party, which is hilarious, especially for like a union busting billionaire to act like he's for labor. He never pays his workers.
No.
And then he went on, he did this interview on X with Elon Musk. And in the middle of the interview, he praised the fact that when somebody tried to organize a union in Elon Musk's, on X, Elon just fired them all, which is illegal.
Okay.
You can't fire people for trying to organize a union in this country.
No.
But so yeah, most of the auto union here called him a scab, and as a guy that comes from a family of union organizers, and I have been a union organizer myself, calling somebody a scab is the worst thing I can come up with.
Okay.
So, and yeah, he's a scab.
Oh, by the way, guess what day over here our election day is on?
What's that?
4th of July.
Oh my god! Oh my god. I heard this. I don't know if you follow like international news. There's this in Venezuela, this dictator guy who clearly lost the election. He's holding on to power. He's not leaving. And Maduro, I believe, is the name. And I don't really understand this strategy, but he announced that Christmas season in Venezuela this year starts in October.
Oh, lovely.
We're just not going to have Halloween or Day of the Dead or any of that stuff. Christmas starts early. I'm really not sure what the angle is with that. All right. I'm doing my dad shit here. Hey, Sasha. Hey, Sasha.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Is it a dog? Ah.
All right. Let me get away from that hot stove. Oh, I gotta turn off the timer. All right. All right. I haven't been looking at the chats, so if there's anything important going on in there, let me know.
I shall let you know.
Okay. And if anybody wants to come up in the box, show your face, or you actually don't even have to show your face. Oh no. Oh yes. Immediately start barking at stuff. That's what I want.
One person's asking why you moved to NOLA, New Orleans.
This town has a way with you. I came here in 2019 in August. Go. 110 degrees, probably the hottest I've been in my life. Go, Azzy, go. To teach at HexFest. And had the funnest and most spiritual time I ever had in my life. So by November, we were here looking for a house. Magic follows the path of least resistance. There was no resistance. Nothing stood in our way. And January 9th, we're pulling up. January 9th, I guess that'd be 2020, which some might know is 2 months before the global pandemic shut down the fucking world. Luckily, we got a way bigger house than we needed. Just 5 fucking bedrooms, two floors.
Hey, okay,
people.
Katrina, you want to come up?
It was good to have the extra room and be able to keep away from each other when things got crazy during the pandemic and stuff. And, of course, the big backyard. Spent a lot of time out here. And I teach witchcraft for a living. I should be here or Salem. And I don't like the Salem vibe. I don't like the uppity northeastern type of witches as much as I do New Orleans witches, where here everything's a celebration. Let the good times roll. In French is the motto of the town, and also be nice or leave.
What's the vibe of Salem?
What's that?
What's the vibe of Salem?
They're kind of more stuffy, staunch traditionalist type of people. It's like New Orleans. New Orleans is everything. So in New Orleans, like the only time I've heard the word cultural appropriation in New Orleans, I mentioned it in a conversation, and the person on the other end looked at me like I was insane. It doesn't exist here. Everything is happily mixed, and it's happily mixed for years. And our voodoo is very different than regular voodoo. It's mixed with all kind of stuff.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. You got to come. Yeah, that was my first time in New Orleans, 2019. You got to check it out. It's like you won't even understand. The spiritual vibe of this town is unlike any place that I've ever been, and that is a place that I should live. And since I teach witchcraft for a living and I teach online, moving here was no problem. And I should mention, since I mentioned that, my new class is just posted at Witch School, WITCHSCHOOL.gumroad.com. And the way the classes work now is you can join it immediately and get your first class in a couple of minutes. And then you get your next class in like a week or something like that. But it's automated. You take it at your own speed. I've been teaching witchcraft for 47 years, so I definitely know a whole lot more than most of the TikTokers. So
It still slightly annoys me that we lost Witchlands.
Witchlands, yeah. I couldn't keep it running. Couldn't advance. Couldn't progress. But then we did this other thing at unholyblends.com. There's an app, you can get there too. But we created another social media site that's been running great for 6 months now. Would
you send me a link to that? Because I didn't know that was a thing.
Really? Well, I should mention that. Unholyblends.com. That's our shop. There's also a little tab that says groups. There's a way to get an app through the groups too. But we created our own social media site for witches to prove that we can get along. And we are getting along. Who is that willing to be invited?
Do you have any suggestions for beginners who want to work with the elements?
Do what to the elements?
Work with the elements.
Oh. Well, yeah. Well, first you start with the physical element,
Yeah.
Lay down on the earth.
As a Scorpio, I work with water most.
Yeah. Lay down on the earth, meditate with the earth, stand in the wind, get some wind on you, feel the warmth of the fire, and then you move up. So that's the element. And then you start working with the elemental. And there's, an ethereal spirit for each of the elements. And then up from there's the watchers. There's a watcher associated.
Hey, how are you, Shaman?
Those directions. What's that?
No, I was saying someone in the comments said, hi, Uncle. Oh, thank you.
Hi, whoever said hi, Uncle.
Thank you for the rose. Oh, I mean, no, I got the heart puff.
Esoteric woman. Hello. Shaman Moon. I didn't even see you there. Hello. You've been over there liking stuff. Thank you. Yeah, this is it's an extremely magical town, and all of the magics are present. There's voodoo and voodoo.
Oh, thank you for the teenies. Oh my god, how many did you send?
Lukumi, Santeria, hoodoo, witchcraft, ceremonial magic. We even got this one fool here that does sinning sin eating and says he's a Catholic bishop. And I was at a party and met one of his initiates. It was a woman. And I said, "Oh yeah, I just got initiated by Sean over there." Oops, I said the name. And so I said, "Oh, cool. Well, what did you get initiated into?" He said, "Oh, well, I'm a Catholic bishop. And I got a great poker face. I don't know if you noticed." So without missing a beat, I said, "That's great. I think it's about time we got some women bishops in the Catholic Church, man. Right on. More power to you, that ridiculous fucking idea that he's a Catholic bishop." And if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about, right?
I mean, you probably wouldn't have seen me in a while, because apparently TikTok did that glitch where it unfollowed us both.
Oh, I hate that.
I know, it's so annoying.
There's just people, they suddenly, I don't see them for the longest time. And if I remember their screen name, I go look it up. And it's like, oh, I'm not following them now. Nice.
It's like, nice. Yeah, it does that. It's like, God damn it.
So now I've got to rely on my freaking memory. Oh.
Right?
Oh, thanks, so. Uncle Bert's coming live from New Orleans.
And Sebastian, co-host in UK.
If you want to come on the screen with the little thing down there. You lost your old account at over 3,000 followers. First one I lost, 75,000 followers. Then I've lost 20,000. I've lost 10,000. I number them. So this is Uncle Bert's 9. That's how many accounts that I lost. Who is that? He looks familiar.
Trina. Or...
I think I just invited him. So yeah, I number that. Actually, Uncle Bert's 8 is mine out there, but I can't remember the damn password. I think I've been
Cowboy.
That.
How are you?
The Metal Cowboy. All right. Hey, Metal Cowboy, how are you?
Halsa, I am well.
It is currently it's nearly 10 p.m. here.
Yeah, I lost this account at 45K, just under 45K for over a year, because I called someone a misandrist boo-boo Barbie pick-me penny. I swear. Which was me being nice. If you've ever seen content.
I know, as someone who knows you, yeah, that is nice for you.
That is exceedingly nice for me.
But after a year, you got it back?
Yeah, randomly. I wasn't even expecting it. I got sacrificed to the TikTok gods, if you will, and I tried to appeal it within like 5-10 minutes of getting the notification. It told me my window to appeal had passed. So I logged into my backup account, built my backup account, got up to about 12.5K. Lost that one, not because I called someone a misandrist boo-boo Barbie pick-me penny, but rather because I told them that they had the emotional capacity of a fish tank pebble. Again, for insulting someone, I lost that one.
Yeah, that's bullying.
So I'm like, okay, let me check the email address that this account was associated with to see if I could use the email address. I just wanted to see if they could free the email address, if they'd freed it up, so that way I could use this email to create another backup account, and I was going to convert my third backup into my main. So I log in, and all of a sudden, I'm looking at all of my content that I'd not been able to see for over a year. Wow. It was completely unexpected. I never got to appeal it, nothing. It was just handed back to me.
With no notice. I should go look.
No notice, no email, no nothing.
I would love to have my 70K account back.
Honestly,
just took that one.
That one was lovely. That one was beautiful.
That was when the Christians found out about WitchTok, and they organized to attack us all. And I was very vocal about that. You know me.
I do.
That.
And yeah, they came at me and they took me down. But then the accounts after that, it was like the Santa Muerte witches, and then a bunch of witches. So a 20K and a 10K. just lost to our own. You know, for the Christians, that's a badge of honor. I take that.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing, it's like, oh, that's bad, man. You know?
I remember when, as I put it, Jesus Talk came after WitchTok. I remember that
Yeah.
all
Oh,
too
do you
well.
remember Jesus
I watched
Queen?
a lot of my WitchTok mutuals go down. I wasn't as prominent on Norse Talk at that time as I am now. I've become a little bit more well known on Norse Talk because I work with Tiger Balm and people like that to
Oh,
call
I love
those
that.
people that love Germany 1942.
It looks like I'm already following you.
You are. We're mutuals. We've been mutuals for a bit.
Okay, did you change your name or something?
I think what had happened was we were mutuals. If memory serves, we were mutuals before this account got sacrificed to the TikTok gods, and I just haven't really. I've been shadowed hard since I came back. Like they have been shadowing me hard. Before I got yeeted, my views were in 5 digits. I was getting 10K plus views. Now I'm lucky if I break 2,500 views.
Man, I wish there was a way to tweak that. Like on Facebook, I got limited. I guess I shared some fake news or something, so they like limited. They put me way back in everybody's feed, and so I started using that @following and @highlight on every post. And there's people I haven't seen in years that are now constantly in my feed. The interactions totally off the hook. So there was a way to bypass their stupid little system. I wish we had a trick like that.
There actually is a way to get around that. I'm going to answer Esoteric Woman's question real quick. Esoteric Woman, yes, you can go live from a private account, from any account with under 1,000 followers. You just simply cannot activate your camera. If you have less than 1,000 followers, you cannot turn on your camera, but you can go live now.
Is that new?
Yes, even someone who
That's
has
new. It's been within the last year.
even someone without any followers can still go on without a camera.
Yep. You have to have 1,000 to activate your camera. But if you have less than 1,000, you can go live. You just can't turn your camera on. Now, as far as if you're getting suppressed, this is an old trick that still works. Go through your content. Look for any content that has the audio muted or removed. That will kill your views. Do not delete the video. Put it on private, because when you put it on private, it saves all of your views and your algorithm interaction. If you delete it, you mess up your personal algorithm. Put it on private. It saves all of your algorithm stuff. And once you get all of those cleared up, it'll start to clear you from being shadow banned. My problem is
all this mine and that on private. Now every time I put it on private, it goes invisible. Like I don't even have access to mine.
yeah. Well, see, my problem is I've been working on getting all of mine switched to private for about 3 months now, because of the fact that I probably have over 2,000 videos on this account, and I'm going to say probably somewhere in the vicinity of half of those are muted. When I got the account back, I lost videos to copyright infringement, and the only sound was my voice. I don't know how somebody has a copyright on my throat.
You know who does that a lot, especially if you're over on Heathen Talk, is Josh Chaos. He likes to flag you for copyright infringement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I've appealed it. I've appealed it every time, and I've pointed out in the appeal, how can someone have a copyright on my vocal cords? You cannot copyright someone else's vocal cords. It's not possible. It's not legal. It's not something you can do. And at no point in time have I ever won a DCMA takedown appeal.
Yeah, I think that's why people use it. There's certain things that you use, and it doesn't take out, like, child nudity, stuff like that, sexual content, it's like they usually rule against you on those. I had a friend of mine got taken down for nudity in a video where he was reading the Rider-Waite Tarot, and he put down the lovers. So it's like cartoon nudity, basically.
Yeah.
I've noticed a couple of things here lately because I'm not just on Norse Talk. I also, unfortunately, am weeded deep into political TikTok. I can't get out of it no matter how hard I try. I made the mistake of interacting with a few, and now I can't get it off my For You page to save my life.
Have you tried the not interested option?
Say that again?
Have you tried the more and not interested option?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yep. I've done the not interested option. I've done blocking. I've done all of it. It just keeps handing it back to me no matter what I do. The only thing I could do would be to reset my For You page. And if I do that, I'm resetting my entire algorithm, which is going to...
Have you tried going into settings and going into privacy and then doing the clear cache?
Oh, yeah, I do that. My phone is not the greatest phone in the world. I have a Samsung A14. It doesn't have a whole lot of storage space between TikTok and 2 games that I play on my phone. The majority of my storage is taken up. I have an SD card, but it doesn't hold a lot. And I go in and I clear the cache on all of my apps at least twice a day. At least twice a day. Because it's the only way to make most of my apps run properly, because my phone is at 97% capacity. So my phone runs really laggy sometimes. But I've noticed that TikTok of late, being as weeded into political talk as I am, I've noticed that TikTok has a penchant, if you will, for ignoring the alt-right Germany 1942 rhetoric, and I will get an auto CGV just for copying and pasting a comment that somebody else put up that's no violation. If I copy and paste their comment, I get a violation.
They have it out for you.
Well, I'm pretty political.
You've had it out for me for a while, but that goes all the way back to the early days of Spicy Talk, when I used to call out TikTok themselves. I would tag TikTok when I was calling them out. I'm that guy that I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't care if you're John Q. Screwpole on the street corner. You do something dumb, I'm calling you out.
Hello.
Why I do plenty of political content, but I end up with some comments from some right wingers, but most of the political content that shows up in my feed tends to be stuff I already agree with.
Yeah, for me, it's the stuff I don't agree with. I get a lot of alt-right, far-right extremist content. Wow. And I'm neither left nor right, but I am by no means an extremist in any given direction, other than an extremist in adhering to the truth, because the truth trumps everything. Even if the truth makes me look bad, I'm going to tell you the truth.
Заткнись нахуй, долбоёб ебаный, блядь, ебал тебя, урод. Иди нахуй, тварь, босс, сука, ебал. Нахуй, блядь, как тут ливнуть?
Hey. Glad you didn't.
Before you yeeted him, I wanted to say I don't know what's wrong, but they make medication for that.
Well, I usually don't invite strangers, but I figure I'll give it a shot. But there we go. That's why I don't do it.
Yeah, I tell everybody, everybody that I come across, please help me get unweeded from where I am. Tag me in stuff, please. Tag me in stuff. Tag me in WitchTok, whatever. I don't care. It could be book talk. It could be cook talk. I don't care. Tag me in anything that will drag me out of political talk. It does not matter to me.
Well, on Facebook, I spend a lot of time on Marjorie Taylor Greene's page trolling her.
No.
Most of the people on there are trolling her.
Yeah.
I know, she loves it. It's great.
You said her name, and I went, "Oh God," because I wanted to give you my nickname for her, which is Sporkfoot Green.
Absolutely. I will be so glad if we can do the right thing and not have to hear from these people again. Matt Gates and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Ted Cruz, Bovert. Oh my God, they have this thing that they're saying now. Trump's saying it, Fox is saying it. That in Colorado, this apartment building has been taken over by a gang of Venezuelan gangsters, and they're having shootouts with police and stuff. And they interviewed the police chief and said, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, I mean, I have a news app on my phone. I use Smart News because Smart News gives me news from all over the globe. It doesn't give me just one source. And I have yet to see anything about Venezuelan gangs overrunning Colorado.
Yeah.
And according to the people that live in the apartment building, it hasn't happened. And the chief of police doesn't know anything about having shootouts with these armed gang members. But they're at the point now where they've just been able to lie so frequently with no fucking data, no receipts, no nothing, and get away with it. They're just going to say anything they fucking want. They keep talking about this migrant crime wave. There's no fucking migrant crime wave. Migrants are 60% less likely to commit a crime than fucking white people.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, Trump years ago, when I was a young man, I'm 50, and when I say young man, I mean in my right. He wrote a book called I believe it was called The Art of the Sale, if I remember correctly. And one of the things, The Art of the Deal, that's right, thank you. One of the things he said in there is something that he and they live by. If you repeat a lie often enough, people will believe it's the truth.
And why do they associate him with Nazis? That's Goebbels' playbook for Hitler.
Not only that, but he recently sat down, meaning within the last calendar year, he sat down with not just Kanye West, who is a known anti-Semite supremacist, if you will, but he also sat down with a man by the name of Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is the poster child of Turning Point USA. Turning Point USA is a pro-Germany 1942 organization.
Yep. And then now they have that Russian scheme where they've got all those right-wing influencers that spread Russian propaganda. And I watched one of those where this guy was telling me that Ukraine is the #1 enemy of the United States and always has been. Like, what?
What kind? What kind of pizza?
My favorite news article that I came across was they love to use Telegram. Telegram, for starters, is Russian-owned. Let's start there.
Yeah, and the guy just got arrested, the CEO.
Yeah, the CEO got busted and went to jail, went to prison. Not just jail. He went to prison because Telegram isn't just used for the alt-right QAnon conspiracy theories. It's also used for those people who have proclivities for extremely young humans, if you pick up what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, one of my favorite adult stars, I'll put it that way, he was also picked up for selling and distributing child. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For fuck.
Well, I
don't know if you know who Austin Wolf is.
There's been a handful of them. Even Jim Caviezel was recently under investigation for that.
Mm-hmm. Well, people are talking about
I love that.
comments. I follow the Ukraine war because my wife is from Ukraine, and so I can give her the basics of what's going on. I get 3 sit reps a day, and Ukraine largely, the war left the news for about a year. We hardly ever heard about it. And then all of a sudden, Ukraine decided to invade Russia. And now they hold 300 square miles of Russian territory. And all of a sudden, it's in the news again. And it's epic trolling. So Ukraine said that the reason that they invaded Russia was to create a buffer zone in between Russia and Ukraine, which is the excuse that Russia gave for invading Crimea, was to create a buffer zone in between Russia and Ukraine. So it's epic trolling on top of it all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It absolutely is. It is. My thing is this. I support United States finances going to the United States citizens first and foremost, and I always will. But my thing is this: if the people that are griping about us giving assistance to Ukraine are summarily and simultaneously okay with us giving at least 4 times as much assistance to Israel, they are nothing more than a hypocrite. Because Israel is by far the largest, historically speaking, factually speaking, Israel is the largest recipient of Title 22 from us. Since 1946, they have received over $150 billion in aid.
And I'd like to add, the thing that people don't realize that don't really follow history, it's like, I know we're bad at keeping treaties. The treaty we made with Ukraine was a protection pact.
Mm-hmm.
They gave up their nukes. We would protect them from Russia. The pact required us to send troops. We did not do that, and I don't want that. I got a son. I don't want him getting involved in that shit.
Right. No, I agree. I have kids that will eventually be of age to do that, and I don't want them shipped out either.
But that was the agreement. So the very least that we can do is keep the arms and the money flowing. We made a pact, man. We made a fucking agreement. We have to protect them from Russia. Because if they hadn't given up their nukes, Russia would not have invaded in the first fucking place.
Correct. And my thing is this: if you make a promise, whether or not you find out later you don't want to keep that promise, you made a promise. Follow through on your word. Period. Don't make a promise you don't think you can keep. I was bad about that as a human being. Like I said, the truth bears all, even if it makes me look bad. Even just a few, we'll say less than a decade ago, I was bad about over-promising to people. I would tell people, oh yeah, I promised to do this, 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 this. And I'd list off 250 things that I promised to do, and I might achieve 3 of them. Yeah. So now I've learned from my mistakes, and I tell people, I promise I'll try.
Yeah.
If our government were to create the pacts and the conventions and the things that we've created by saying, we will try our best, maybe the rest of the world wouldn't look at us so horrifically.
Absolutely. Well, it used to be, before Trump, honor was really important to America.
It was.
And the Republican Party. Yeah.
John McCain's Republican Party is dead.
Yeah. And, I look back, it's like, I'm 59 now, so, George W. Bush and his dad were the fascists of all, and the worst thing that could have ever happened. But I look at them.
Oh my God, you got a flag.
They're kind of like cute now, W is like a little teddy bear now in comparison.
You got the pop-up at the bottom of your screen that says, learn more about the U.S. elections.
Oh, by the way, little random fun fact, that they are now doing a sequel to The Goonies.
What?
Yeah, I heard about that, and I'm not sure how I feel about that because they can no longer get the original guy that played, hey, you guys, because he is long dead and gone.
I know. That was sad how he died.
That kid turned out to be really hot. Yeah, wow. I mean, they did Beetlejuice after all this time.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how I feel about that. I've yet to see Beetlejuice 2, and I'm on the fence about that. Granted, they brought back Michael Keaton. They brought back Gina Davis. They got the original character. They got the original actor to play the original roles. But I'm not 100 how I feel about that. Now, I will say, if
They
you
do not have. They don't have. Was it Adam? They don't have the two couples back in it though.
Oh, see, that right there is because the original Beetlejuice is iconic. It's a cult classic.
Yeah.
Being able
But
to get the
original ghosts in it are not in there. Well, I mean, I haven't seen it, but I do plan to see it. But I do know that they've said that the original ghosts are not in there. Like, I mean, the couple are not in there.
Well, I've heard good things about Beetlejuice as well. Somebody just posted that in the comments. King Firefly posted that. I had heard good things about Hocus Pocus too, and then I watched it and wasted 2 hours of my life.
Oh, they're making a third too. They're making a third.
I didn't see that, but I knew.
Oh my God, Hocus Pocus 2 is horrible. Just take the original actresses, including Bette Midler, take them off of brooms and put them on Roombas.
Oh yes. No, only one was on Roomba.
Okay, the one Roomba was enough to destroy it for me. They needed to be on brooms, not Roombas. Now, for those of us who are movie geek, movie nerd domain, there are talks. For those of us that remember the original Star Wars trilogy, 77, 80, and 83, there are talks about a new trilogy, not a reboot, a new trilogy.
He's hoping.
And they're talking about going off canon. The talks are talking about doing expanded universe. I'm sorry, but Harrison Ford is Han Solo, and if you get anybody else to play Han Solo, you can bite a big one.
Yeah. He could probably pull it off, too. He's like, he hasn't aged much.
Yeah.
Do you care if I counter?
Go for it.
All right. I am also a huge movie buff. I'm not too big on Star Wars, but that's just because I feel like it's kind of force-fed and the, anti-whatever.
Yeah, and I can see it.
But I actually love the idea of going off canon, and I don't think that they should continue to use pre-canon characters, like characters we all know. I absolutely love the idea of exploring known universes in different ways,
I'm hoping, and I agree with that completely. I can agree with that completely. What I'm hoping for with the new Star Wars trilogy is that they're going to explore what's considered the Old Republic canon, the days of Darth Revan, Darth Bane, the days before Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader, the early days of everything. I'd love to see them do a movie on that. They've already got a bunch of shows about it. You've got Ahsoka. You've got what is it?
I don't care what anyone says. I did like the Acolyte. That one was good.
Yeah, there are a lot of places that they could go with expanding canon, but sticking to canon at the same time, because the original universe of Star Wars has expanded so much. It's like Star Trek. It is expanded so much. And I'll be the first to admit I am that oddity that is a diehard Star Wars nerd and a diehard Trekker. I am that oddity. I love both of them. Anything sci-fi like that, that's my bag.
Yeah. I mean, Star Trek is an anomaly. All of these other movies tend to, start, there's like some sort of downfall of humanity. And then the thing happens. Star Trek's like, no, the humanity progressed and evolved and excelled and became a better humanity.
Yep.
No other sci-fi like that.
Nope. Now,
in the Acolyte, they also got a glimpse of the story of Darth Plagueis' wives.
I would love to see the story of Darth Plagueis. No, I'm not even remotely lying.
We almost got that with the Acolyte.
We did. But here's the thing. There is a theory that I'd love to see them explore. And the theory is that Anakin was created in Shmi, his mother, by Darth Plagueis, because Darth Plagueis, according to the lore, had the ability to create and revive life. He had figured out how to manipulate the Force in such a way that he could create life. So the theory is Anakin has the highest known midichlorian count in the tens of thousands. He was created by the Force. Which one Sith Lord would have been able to do that? Darth Plagueis.
Yes, he had that high of M count.
To have that high of a midichlorian count, he would have to have been created by the Force. And only one Sith Lord is known to have the ability to use the Force to create life, and that was Darth Plagueis. Like I said, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Massive.
Yeah, I didn't know any of that, and I cannot argue with that. Absolutely.
Yeah. It makes complete logical sense, especially considering Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine, was the one to discover Anakin, ultimately, and Darth Sidious was Darth Plagueis' apprentice. The theory has it that it is played out, that it was created to go the direction it went, and it makes a lot of logical sense when you've read enough of the books.
Well, and I
My
imagine
deep
the middle
is
guy-
calling. I gotta run.
What is calling?
It's a pleasure meeting you. Be well.
Oh, bye, Nikki. And I imagine the metal guy, being close to my age, you waited in line to watch it. All we had was theater. There wasn't.
I watched
VCR.
I watched A New Hope on opening day with my father, mother, and brother in a movie theater in 1977. I was 4 years old. I'm 50. I watched the first Star Wars movie and every subsequent Star Wars movie after that. Not all 9, 8. I've yet to see the 9th movie, but all the other ones, I have always watched them in a theater on opening day because it was a pattern that my parents set with me growing up. The first 3 movies that were released, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, we watched them on opening day in the movie theater. I remember waiting in line very well.
Yeah, I was a latchkey kid.
9 is not worth it.
I was a latchkey kid, so my parents weren't there, but I was there opening day.
The 9th one is not worth
Gotta
it.
ask, to the person who said I wasn't even born yet, I just gotta ask, what year were you born? Because I just find humor in this, because most people were born around or later than when I graduated high school.
I remember my dad, he got a pirated version, and back then, pirated versions were some dude went into a theater with a camcorder and sat there and filmed the fucking screen, but we could watch it at home.
Yep.
And I think it cost him a pretty penny for that fucking thing.
Oh yeah,
Terrible
and
quality.
God forbid in the bootleg version that somebody in the third row farted, because you'll hear that in the movie.
Absolutely. Absolutely. People would get up and be crossing the screen, going to the bathroom and shit.
Now, Lady Silver Willow Sage, there was so much skipping around. There was. But the reason for that, George Lucas wanted to release a Phantom Menace, but at the time it was at that day and age in 1977, there was not a demand for that type of storyline. Movies were more action-packed and things like that. So he released the 4th one first, because out of the whole storyline, the 4th one is where the majority of the action actually picks up. And hold on. All bunnies go to hell 666. I love that username, by the way. That username alone just earned a follow from me. That's amazing. But you were born in 1990. So you were a year old when I graduated high school. I graduated high school in 91.
I think it's 84 for me.
And yeah, he did go backward with the storyline, and it threw people off. I'll admit, when Revenge of the Sith came out, I was standing in line on opening day. Story time. On opening day with my now ex-wife and my now 30-year-old son. And we're standing there, it's me and my whole family, my ex-stepdaughter, her kids, my ex-stepson, his kids, the whole family. We're standing there, and directly in front of me is these, I got no other word for them except teeny boppers. That's the word I got for them. They were like maybe 15 years old, max. And they're standing there going, oh my God, Hayden Christensen. They were going on something about Hayden Christensen and how hot he is. And I just got sick of it. And this was before I was as outspoken as I am now. I literally went, oh my God, we get it. You're crushing on Hayden Christensen. Please shut up, because those of us that have been waiting for years for this want to appreciate the movie, because we want to see how they make Darth Vader into Darth Vader. We don't care about Hayden Christensen's chest.
I did.
Well, let me tell you. So on opening day of the first one,
comments down in the comments.
I was in line waiting to get in the video. And this will date it. On the floor, on the way in, found a sack of Thai weed. That dates it. And people still smoked in theaters then, so we could get away with it.
Oh, I remember that. I remember when you could still smoke in hospitals.
Yeah.
That was back in the day when a pack of Marlboros, the original cowboy killers, were $1.25 a pack.
Yes.
By the way, cowboy, I was one of
cigarette
those.
machines you could get them from, and yeah, I recall. Unfortunately,
Recently, just for S&G and a journey down memory lane, we have this little tobacco mart that's maybe a half a mile from me. I get my generics that I smoke now. It's a brand called Teton number 6, and they are. I'm glad that you loved Hayden, Sebastian. I am. Don't get me the wrong way. But in that moment in my life, I was just like, I'm glad these girls are crushing on him, but I don't want to hear about the crush. I want to see how Anakin becomes Vader. But I smoke a brand called Teton number 6. I can get them down the corner, about a half mile from the house, for $3.10 a pack plus tax. I live in Southeast Tennessee. I live about 40 or so minutes southeast of Chattanooga.
I'm doing American spirits, so those aren't cheap anywhere.
Yeah, right. Well,
Yeah.
I just wanted to take a trip down memory lane for S&G. I had the young lady behind the counter scan a pack of Basics, the brand of cigarettes called Basics. They are now over $8 a pack in Tennessee. I remember when they were the brand new generic on the market, and they were 69 cents a pack in Baltimore. I'm originally from Baltimore.
All right, so y'all, I just got a text message. I got to go do dad stuff and
You're good. I got to do the same. I got to get back inside and figure out dinner for kiddos.
Metal guy, you got to go on YouTube and look for a guy called The Enforcer. He covers the Ukraine war. You sound exactly like him, man.
I will definitely check that out. And you know what? Before you go, because I know this has run through somebody's mind. I know it has in the time I've been in your guest box. Coming this summer.
Oh, shit.
An uncle, and he has birch. Stay tuned this fall, 2025, a theater near you. This is because I know it went through somebody's mind that I sound like the movie trailer guy. Oh,
No,
and
I did. I fucking did.
I'm going to save that. I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel, too. It's
Who
been
even was that?
fun hanging with y'all.
Absolutely.
Good
Who
conversation.
even was the movie trailer guy? I don't What was his fucking name?
All right,
Hold
Sean. I gotta go.
I can make the movie watchable. Be well, brother.
Blessed be everybody. Again, check me out at Witch School, WITCHSKEWL.gumroad.com. My newest class has just launched, and it says level 1, join anytime, which means you can join it anytime. Runs for a year and a day, but Gumroad has figured out a way that I don't have to keep posting it every couple months. It's gotten confusing. People don't know. They go there. They don't know what month it is. They don't know what year it is. And they sign up for the wrong class. So hopefully we reach the modern technology where that doesn't happen anymore. Or you can go to my profile, hit classes, and it'll take you over there to my Gumroad channel. And I'll see you next time. Blessed be.
Be well, all.